Next, I want to illustrate a bit about the mechanical operation of the hammer, about its power and about its speed. The force of the strike is determined by how forcefully the pedals are depressed. Very light tap, or a very forceful tap. Also, the flywheel and counterbalance spring arrangement make the hammer very responsive so that quick striking is possible. And I can work a lot faster than I can with my treadle hammer in this type of operation. I use a variety of anvils and a variety of top tools and a variety of bottom tools with the pedal hammer, which gives it a wide range of application. The standard anvil is mild steel, flat, used as I have used it in the previous illustrations. I also have a little hole drilled out in this one so that if I were working needed to vane a piece that already had a stem welded to it, that stem will go down in the hole. And then I have this little filler plug to make it level again for other types of work. There's a lead anvil. This particular one just is an insert that fits on top. It does, of course, raise the anvil height about 1/2 inch, but its advantage is it's sort of a quick change. If I was going to do a lot of work with a lead anvil, then I have one that's dedicated and is also just the same height as the mild steel alone. Sometimes it's useful to have even a softer backup material such as wood or plasticine, leather, various other things in certain circumstances. If I were doing cold cutting work, where I was going to completely remove a drop from a piece of sheet metal, then I use a dedicated mild steel backup so that when the tool steel goes through, it can completely cut the sheet and it will mar the back, and you don't want to use a marred anvil on a piece of nice work because it'll transfer that pattern to the back side. Some chisel and chase processes can benefit from a tilted anvil. This one can be swiveled, or even more universally tilting anvil, in which these stops are placed to hold the workpiece, and this allows you to be able to undercut an edge in chisel and chase work. The anvil post is a hollow tube, and this side is folded in and welded. And this allows the pedal hammer to be used for drifting, so that the drift can be knocked through, and the drift or nothing else can fall down into the bottom of the anvil post and be hard to retrieve. 1-inch hard anvil allows insertion of a series of bottom tools, and if they tend to be a little wobbly, then tightening the bolt will lock them in place. And this allows me to go ahead and just do some of the thinning the edge work as I used to do on a stake in a post vise. But this way I don't have to get up. I can just use this as a workstation, change the bottom tooling, and just continue working with my 300-gram chasing hammer in a more comfortable and convenient manner. When working with the bottom tools, this footrest comes into play. It allows me to put my feet back in a stable position where they're not resting on the pedals, and gives me a more stable platform from which to work, and avoids any annoying accidental movement of the hammer head. When I first had my pedal hammer in my shop, I wanted it to stay stable on one particular footprint, not walk around. The machine's manufactured with a bolt in each of the four corners so that you can screw down a leveling screw and accommodate irregularities in the floor. I went ahead and drilled the half-inch holes down so that I could screw the device all the way down into the hole and lock it in place securely. Actually, this rubberized stall mat is an alternative that really works quite well. It provides enough friction between the frame and the rubber mat and the concrete that they all stay in one position very nicely. In my particular situation, portability is a big consideration because we have to take the hammer around to different demonstrations. And this hammer was made strictly to my specifications, and it's a little different than the standard model. It's somewhat narrower, and that allows me to disassemble the hammer, lay it down on its side, and pull the Retrax bed cover on my pickup truck closed over it. The disassembly, reassembly process takes about 10 minutes each direction. If I'm just going a short distance, I'll move the hammer fully intact in an upright position. Since the weight is virtually all at the bottom, it's really quite stable. And I get it into the truck with a chain hoist, and this handy pickup point here makes that easy.